housekeeping items for the day. Please step out when necessary by going up the steps and out the only door that is available to you right now. That's open. Nick and his team with Genesee Valley Media, they are in the black t-shirts with the logo of Genesee Valley Media, will be asking you a few interview questions after you are done with the judges, and you will also be ushered by one of the IncubatorWorks team members, thank you Jody, and also some of Genesee Valley Media to the appropriate place. At the end of the competition, the 3 winning teams plus viewer's choice will be asked to the front of the room for a photo. We will also get a group photo of all participants and mentors, judges, etc., as well as a drone photo, so be ready for some pictures. Quiet all cell phones and have fun. So last housekeeping item, there's a QR code in the program. It is the incorrect QR code. So there is a QR code taped here. There are some QR codes outside. There's going to be one put on here during judges' deliberation. So if you have any questions about which QR code to use, please ask any of the IncubatorWorks staff. My name is Ashley Madison, and I am the Executive Director of IncubatorWorks. I would like to thank Houghton University for hosting us today, and for Alfred University and Alfred State College's continued support and commitment to this competition. Thank you, Ed Bond, for handling most of our IT, as well as our IT help in the back. We really appreciate you. We could not do this without your assistance. Also, thank you to the AHA committee, to our generous sponsors, our academic and industry mentors. So I will say, aside from our lead project manager, Kimberly Bars, our mentors are the MVPs. We really appreciate you. Kimberly Bars, give a wave. Thank you, Kim. She has been working behind the scenes and in front of the scenes for the last 5 AHA competitions. She makes it look easy. She always has the questions answered when I ask them, as she is usually a few steps ahead of me, checking off the to-do boxes, all the action items. And I also know her mom and dad have been watching AHA for the last 5 years. Proud parents, just like some of your friends and family that might be watching you today. So hello, Kim's mom and dad. I was going to see which one of us cried first. IncubatorWorks is your local business incubator. So we're just a little bit down the road. We are in Alfred, Corning, and Elmira, and we help entrepreneurs start and grow their businesses. We work with high school students, we work with college students, and with adults of all ages. Today we are here for all of you, the college students we work with, for the 6th annual AHA Collegiate Startup Competition. And this is the most teams we have ever had, so bravo and pat yourselves on the back for that. So the fun name of AHA is brought to you today by Alfred University, Houghton University, and Alfred State College for an AHA light bulb idea using the first letters of all of those colleges and universities. So college can be fun, it can also be challenging, pretty similar to this competition. It's challenging taking a light bulb idea and validating it, figuring out what problem you are solving for your customer, conducting customer discovery interviews, and figuring out your financial model. Do the numbers work? Very, very important stuff. The fun part is working alongside your fellow classmates and friends, working with your academic and industry mentors, and being here today to see it all come together. The last several weeks have added a feather in your cap, or maybe I should say a line on your resume, so make sure you put something about this on your resume, where you have grown as a person, developed new skills, and fine-tuned current abilities. We are grateful to be part of your journey while here and wish you all the best today and for many years to come. We do have a few more remarks before we get started, and after those remarks, we can let AHA and the ideas begin. So next, I would like to introduce Assemblyman Joseph Sempoliski. He is the 148th Assembly District, and come on up. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. I've been coming as a competition for a few years now, both as the Assemblyman and prior to that, I was Chief of Staff for my predecessor. And so I represent all of Allegany County, all of Cattaraugus County, a portion of Steuben County in the New York State Assembly, which means I am neutral in the competition. I represent Houghton. I'm happy to be here at Houghton once again. I also represent Alfred and Alfred State, so may the best team win. But this is a particularly exciting program that we have here for all 3 colleges in Allegany County. It's a wonderful thing for the community because it gets young entrepreneurs thinking about what they might want to be doing down the road, what businesses they might want to create. And every business starts out as an idea, and every big business starts out as a small business. And so who knows, what may be presented later today might turn into a viable business and a livelihood for people, but it may also turn into a big corporation that affects the economy of hopefully our region. Whatever you start, keep it in Allegheny County, don't go anywhere else, stay right here. But I'm so privileged to represent all three of the universities, and we have just a wonderful group of higher education institutions in the 148th Assembly District. I actually have 5 colleges, when you count the 2 that I've got in Cattaraugus County. So I think I'm the only Assemblyman that's got 5 colleges, and I'm very proud of that fact. So I wish everybody great success today in winning the competition, but regardless of whether you win today, I wish you a great success in your business ideas and opportunities going forward. And thank you to all the folks that make this happen. IncubatorWorks is a great pillar of our community, and all the other folks that are involved in making this competition happen. So thanks for letting me be here and help kick it off.
Thank you so much, Joe, for your commitment to the community and for always showing up. I have to say, you are all leaders in this room today, and as you continue on in your future, showing up is so important to what you do in your life. So take that example from Joe today. Next, we are going to have Assistant Professor Alex Wright speak on behalf of our Hazelton sponsor today. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Alex Wright. I'm a professor of management and the MBA director here at Houghton University. I'm really excited to see what kinds of brilliant ideas our student groups have come up with today. I want to start by thanking the team at IncubatorWorks, as well as Linda Knapp, our academic coordinator in our business department here at Houghton, Ben Havens for all his work, and Professor Alyssa Tyrell for pulling this all together. I want to take a moment to talk just a bit about the financial support behind this event and why it matters so much to our mission here at Houghton University. Today's competition is made possible through the generous support of the Hazelton Foundation, which is the charitable arm of the Hazelton Auto Mall in Rochester. The Hazelton family has long demonstrated a deep commitment not only to business excellence, but also to community support and education and ethical leadership. Their vision goes beyond profit. They believe in developing people, in strengthening communities, and in fostering responsible enterprise. I have the privilege of serving as the Hazelton Endowed Chair here at Houghton University. And this role exists because the Hazelton family is generous, and they believe that business education should do more than teach students how to succeed. It should also shape how they succeed. So the purpose of the chair is to take intentional, meaningful steps to help students understand both the value of private enterprise and the critical importance of ethical practices within private enterprise. And so that brings us to today. The AHA Pitch Competition is the perfect embodiment of that mission. At its core, this event celebrates innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurial initiative, the very best of what private enterprise is supposed to be. All of you students are identifying problems, developing solutions, and stepping forward with the courage to present your ideas. That's what drives economic growth, that's what creates opportunities and moves society forward. But just as importantly, this competition is about how those ideas are developed and presented. We're not simply asking, is this profitable? We're also asking, is this responsible? Is this sustainable? Does it serve others well? And these are the kinds of questions that define ethical business leadership. And they're exactly the kinds of questions that the Hazelton Chair is designed to encourage. So today is more than a competition, it's a learning experience. It's a celebration of thoughtful, values-driven entrepreneurship. And it's a glimpse into the kind of leaders you as the students are becoming. So for all of this, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the Hazelton family and the Hazelton Foundation. Their generosity makes events like this possible. More importantly, their investment in our students is shaping the next generation of business leaders, leaders who understand that success and integrity are not competing values, but complementary ones. So on behalf of Houghton University, Alfred State, and Alfred U, and all of us here today who are benefiting from their support, thank you to the Hazelton family and the Hazelton Foundation.
Well said, Dr. Alex Wright, thank you. And so I will reiterate, thank you Hazelton family, Hazelton Foundation. Also, thank you to the University at Buffalo. Thank you to the Center for Advanced Ceramics and Technologies at Alfred University, and to Sealing Devices. Next, I will have Kimberly Bars, our lead on this program, introduce our judges.
And actually, before we do that, we're going to have some of our representatives speak on behalf of the presidents. We're so thankful to be here. First off, we have Provost Jill Jordan, who's speaking on behalf of President Wayne Lewis here at Houghton University.
Thank you. I just want to say a quick welcome to Houghton on behalf of President Lewis. I am the interim provost here, and we're just so happy to have you all here. I'm so thankful for all of your work and the faculty mentors' work and the people at Houghton who have done all the logistics. And just thank you all for taking the time on a Saturday afternoon to come here and contribute to the community in this way. I'm just really encouraged by the way that one person's good idea can become a really great idea once you work together and have some time to develop it. I hope that all the hard work that you put into your pitches really shines through today, and that whether you win or not, you still can take home with you the feeling of accomplishment from all that you've put into your projects and the good work that you've done. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Dr. Jason Morrison, who's speaking on behalf of President Mark Zupan from Alfred University.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to welcome everybody here on behalf of Alfred University, Alfred State, and Houghton, as well as President Zupan and Dean Lewis, who both wish they could be here today, but they are quite busy with other affairs of state, as it were. So it's a pleasure to be a part of today's program. It helped kick off what promises to be a engaging and inspiring showcase of student innovation. It always is. I've been here for every competition so far to date, and they just keep getting better and better every year, so I can't wait to see what all the competitors have today. Entrepreneurship is often described as the act of starting something new, but that definition doesn't quite capture the full meaning. At its core, it is the discipline of seeing what others overlook, questioning what others accept, and building where others hesitate to do so. Every idea you'll hear this afternoon began with a problem, something that didn't sit quite right, something that could be improved, or something that simply didn't exist yet. Some of these are going to be ambitious and far-reaching, others are grounded in everyday challenges. But in each case, what matters most is the decision to take that initiative to move from observation to action. That's what defines an entrepreneur. It is not about certainty, it's about navigating uncertainty, testing ideas, learning from failure, and refining your approach in real time if need be. It requires resilience when things don't work, discipline when progress is incremental, and clarity when the path forward is still taking shape. And importantly, it's about creating value. Value for customers, value for communities, and for the broader world at large. The strongest ideas are not just innovative, they're meaningful. This afternoon, you'll see students step into this role. They are not simply presenting concepts, they are presenting possibilities. And each pitch reflects effort, iteration, and a willingness to share something that is still evolving and is still growing. As you listen, I encourage you to engage with what you hear. What problem is being addressed? Why does it matter? And what could this become with the right support and development, which is the point of the competition here, to provide that support and development where it may not exist before. To all of the competitors, it's an opportunity, not for perfection, but for clarity and conviction. Your ability to communicate the value is just as important as the idea itself. And to everyone else here, judges, mentors, and attendees, your role in this matters just as much. Entrepreneurship thrives in environments where ideas are challenged, supported, and refined, especially through dialogue and feedback, which is the most important thing that you can offer if you are not one of the competitors. So thank you all for being a part of today's event, and I, as well as everybody else, am looking forward to all of the ideas and innovation.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Dr. Carrie Coakley on behalf of President Steve Morrow from Alfred State College.
Good afternoon. I'm short, sorry. Good afternoon, everybody. As I was thinking about what to talk about today for just a few minutes, I thought first about how fortunate we are in Allegany County to have 3 institutions of higher education, like the Assemblyman said, and 3 very different institutions of higher education, each focusing on different populations of students, different majors, different programs. And I think I'm not wrong saying that this is the only academic and probably only program that we have that brings all 3 of those institutions together in one place to celebrate our students, their ideas, and their success. So wanted to acknowledge that and thank you all for your participation. We also want to thank Houghton University for sponsoring this wonderful event for our students. Thank IncubatorWorks staff for taking the lead on getting us all together and planning it. And thanking our advisors and industry partners for their mentorship of all of our students over the past several months and weeks. I like to find quotes, so the quote I found for today is from somebody named Tom Freston. Anybody in the room know who Tom Freston is? Because I did not, I had to look him up. Nobody. All right, I'm going to age myself a little bit. He was on a team that founded a little TV channel called MTV. I was a child of the 80s, and TV was my thing. So he became part of that team, came up with that idea, and then he also ended up being the CEO of MTV Productions that went on to develop a whole bunch of TV channels. So the quote I found from him is, "Innovation is taking 2 things that already exist and putting them together in a new way." And I thought that that kind of exemplified what you all are doing today. You have a problem. You're working with what we already know in society and trying to pull it together in new and different ways. So as you go through your presentations today, I look forward to seeing your ideas, your innovation, how you exhibit that innovation by putting things together in new ways, and I wish you all the best of luck. Unlike the Assemblyman, I am a little biased. I'm rooting for Upfield students.
Thank you so much. So we're so thankful to have our judges here. I just want to introduce them. First, we have Sophia Marshall, who's a senior program manager with Startup Ventures, Business and Entrepreneurship at University at Buffalo. Thank you so much for being here. We unfortunately, we have listed on the program Amy Bennett. She unfortunately is sick, so she will not be here. But we have Philomena Jack from IncubatorWorks and a creative extraordinaire replacing her. And then finally, we have Ashley Smith, the Director of Economic Development from Allegany County. Thank you so much for being here. So, we're gonna get started. First things off, when we play the pitches, we're gonna put them on the video screen here. If you don't mind the teams coming down and take a seat at this table here, so you're ready for the judges' questions. And then when you're done with the judges' questions, we'll have you go back up the stairs there, and you'll be escorted by one of my IncubatorWorks team members, Jody, who's waving her hand, as well as someone from Genesee Valley Media. We'll take you to the interview room and ask you some questions and get some videos of you. And also for the judges' questions, we are going to keep it to 5 minutes, so we have Leanne here that's going to keep an eye on the time in case we get so impassioned with our questions that we want to keep going. So let's get started. The first team actually is Bliss Planners from Houghton University. They are unable to be heard, unfortunately, today, so we're going to show their video, and then we'll go right on next to the next team from Houghton University. So let's get going.
So our company is Bliss Planners. We basically are doing like weddings, catering events, business events, 50th birthday parties, and things like that. Meet the team. Logan. Logan's a senior at Houghton University, majoring in business administration. I'm TJ. I'm a sophomore at Houghton University, majoring in business administration and sports management. And then we have Autumn, who's a junior at Houghton University, majoring in business administration.
So, as you may or may not know, a significant number of couples recently are considering micro weddings over traditional weddings. Recent surveys indicate that approximately 48% of all couples and nearly 60% of currently engaged couples are interested in hosting a micro wedding. Planning a wedding should feel exciting and not overwhelming, especially for couples who want something small and meaningful. Our focus for our business is on micro weddings, creating intimate, personalized celebrations without all the stress and chaos of a big event.
So one thing we wanted to focus on was micro weddings. A big thing as of recently in the last couple of years has been micro weddings. A lot of people are changing from huge big events and traditional weddings to micro weddings. So we feel that weddings should be stress-free and just want to give a service where you're not stressing about all that you have to do, and we kind of handle that for you and give like a personalized, smaller space that you wouldn't get in a big.
Our business is focused on creating really meaningful, stress-free events. We cater especially to couples who want smaller, more intimate weddings where every detail feels personal. But we don't just stop at weddings. We also help make business events and birthday parties feel special and memorable. Our main goal is to create moments that people will remember for a lifetime without all the stress that usually comes with planning. And for people who are busy and don't have time to manage all the details, we step in and handle everything for them.
So you may ask, what sets us apart from our competition? Well, most couples piece everything together. The venue, vendors, decor. This makes planning very stressful and disorganized. We make it simple. Our all-in-one micro wedding experience is designed for small and intimate events. We have clear pricing and simple packages. We also personalize it so it can be easy and stress-free. You give us a budget and we will work with that. And we will design your dream wedding, whether that be something small.
So we want to cater to couples who want a small and intimate, personalized wedding space. One of our biggest selling points is just handling a lot of stuff for you. Planning a wedding can be so extremely stressful, but doing it through us, we can make your life a whole lot easier and handle kind of a lot of those things for you and make memories that will last a lifetime.
What sets us apart is our team. We're passionate, organized, and focused on creating a great experience. We also build strong relationships with vendors like photographers and caterers to make events run smoothly. Most importantly, we care about making every event special and stress-free. And as a majority women-owned business, we also have access to more opportunities for support and partnerships.
What makes us different is we allow you to like completely personalize what you want and give you kind of a like specialized experience that you couldn't necessarily just get through a normal wedding planner. We have small and affordable packages up to huge, big, expensive packages, and it kind of gives you a lot of like versatility in what you want to do, and that's what really separates us from other wedding planners.
Our total startup costs are about $148,120. This includes major things like tables, chairs, linens, tents, a van, marketing, insurance, legal help, and building our website and brand. On a monthly basis, we estimate about $13,740 in costs, based on hosting around 4 weddings per month. These expenses include the venue, insurance, decor, rentals, music, staffing, transportation, and other hidden costs. Overall, these numbers help us plan for both our initial investment and ongoing operations.
We would really love to leave our pricing open to the customer's budget, but we will be having a base price of $10,000 to cover the regular things like tables, chairs, linens, decor, and salaries, and everything else that happens behind the scenes. But we will also be catering to around 20 to 50 guests. If the customer wants to increase that list, we will accommodate for that. But we will also discuss further pricing with each customer as they contact us.
To launch our all-in-one event and micro wedding business, we'd start by preparing our space, creating engaging social media content, building a simple website, and setting up planning tools to make the process smooth for clients. We'd also travel to Tampa to research relocation costs and get a better understanding of upfront expenses in the local market. Our goal is to create a stress-free, all-in-one service that delivers memorable events while building a strong brand from day one.
Their academic mentor, and Amanda Callahan, their industry mentor for that. So next up, we have Dorm Suite from Houghton University. We have Jonas, Jared, and Ephraim, and their academic mentor is Elisa, and their industry mentor is Michael Lekomsky. So let's go.
I'm Jared Wright, and I'm one of the founding members of the company Dorm Suite. And alongside me are my colleagues Jonas Likens and Efrain Arellano Nate. So today we are showcasing our new online website company Dorm Suite. The problem we've identified is the students spend on average $500 to $1,000 each year on dorm essentials, and most items are only ever used 1 to 2 semesters. So end of year move outs create massive amounts of waste, and students lose money on reselling inefficiently or not at all. So the current platforms are not designed for campus life. So the solution that we have is a student-only marketplace designed specifically for use on campus. It will be done through fast, local, and verified transactions with no shipping delays and same-day pickup. We'll also have lower prices that are driven by student supply and sustainable reuse of dorm goods. So some high-demand items that we've identified are mini fridges, microwaves, fans, storage bins, desk lamps, bedding sets. I mean, these are items that every student has. And some more items, laptops, every student definitely needs one. Rugs, furniture, TV or monitor, any decor, coffee makers, school supplies are going to be a big focus of the website. So, and here's the website. This is the login interface. As you can see, it currently only uses Houghton logins to ensure that no one outside of the school is allowed to use the website. And then here's the listing portal. So you'll put in title of your item, the price for it, the category, and then the condition that the item's in. And pickup location will be stuck at campus pickup, and then a description of the item that you're selling. So user experience, you're going to open Dorm Suite app website, browse items by category, or you can search for something specific like a mini fridge, or if you need specific books for your classes, you can look to see if anyone's reselling them. And then you can view item details and pricing. You'll also have to purchase the item before being able to contact the seller. But once you pay for the item, you get to message the seller instantly, and that's done so that we can protect the sellers and protect their location information and personal information from others that may not have the best intention. And campus or meetups will always be done on campus after a complete transaction. The market opportunity that we identified, there's over 19 million college students in the US. Each student spends hundreds on dorm items, and there's repeat demand for things every semester. And this is also expandable to thousands of campuses across the US, and there's an opportunity to dominate the campus resale market. So our revenue model will be about 5 to 10% commission on each transaction, premium listing fees for sellers, future ads and partnerships, potential subscription model, and then scalable revenue across campuses. So the growth strategy will be to first launch it at Houghton and then expand to nearby colleges, focus on regional growth, and then look at it at the national level. We'll also leverage anyone who uses social media a lot on campus influencers, and like a campus newspaper. Our financial projections for this are $10,000 to $15,000 of revenue in the first year that will go up to $30,000 to $50,000, and then $80,000 by the third year. We have high margins due to our low overhead costs. All we have to worry about is website upkeep and our own personal salaries. So we should be break even within the first year. And then why this wins is that we understand student behavior firsthand. We are all students. We're solving a real everyday problem, and this is a simple and scalable model. We also have low startup costs and high growth potential, and strong market demand already exists for these items. So we're asking for $5,000 to launch Dorm Suite, so that we can develop platform and user experience, execute campus marketing, and acquire our first couple hundred users.
Great job, everyone. Great job. I like that you're thinking about recycling. Can you speak more to your own experience using used goods?
You gotta get close. Okay, we're close. Alright. Yeah, so wait, can you restate the question again?
Can you speak to your own experience of using used goods?
Yes, that's a great question. So I'm a junior in college, and as a junior, I noticed like my freshman year, I would always buy books through the Houghton online, and I noticed that I would always have to rebuy them and always take too much time to buy them. And then my roommates ended up being like, wait, no, I have that book that you guys can use. And then we realized if we could turn that into a way where people could, instead of throwing all their books out, throwing all their clothes out once they graduate or they're leaving the college, they could find ways to actually turn that into making some money for themselves. And so I found myself in college using used goods every day. Whether that was a senior that was leaving that was like, hey, I have a coffee maker, do you want it? I'm gonna throw it out, I don't need it anymore. Or, hey, we have this new TV, but we can't use it because I can't take it where I'm going for my next job. Would you guys like that? And so we have just found a new way to help people make money as college students, selling things that they aren't using that other students can find value in.
Thank you.
Really great job on the presentation. I love the idea. I was in college many years ago, and I can relate. Quick question, so on the platform, just for a little clarity, you would list the items but never actually take possession, is that correct?
So yeah, when you list an item, we're not actually buying it from them. It's just a platform where the person goes, posts the item, whatever price. We're still developing the proper way to filter prices for each product. But yeah, you post it, and then we take a 5 to 10% commission on it for using the platform, and that's the way we make profit off of it.
Awesome. One question related to that. So you don't physically put eyeballs on it. How would you guarantee that there's no faulty, items being transitioned?
Yeah. So that was actually a situation that we found ourselves in. And so we realized we are starting to look into it more AI. So what you do to upload your listing is you would have to take at least 3 pictures, the front, the back, and kind of just around it. And then it would upload into an AI software system that would actually go through and look at everything, and then it would list that price for you. So when you list a product, you are listing the brand or the type that it is, and that way AI can actually go through and find that specific product that's been made before and be able to generate the pricing off of that.
Hi everybody, great job. Couple quick questions. Have you guys, I know you mentioned your potential path to revenue. Have you discussed how you'll juxtapose that against the fees that typical encrypted transaction platforms take, like Stripe or PayPal, and how you'll position yourselves in a way to still make a profit based off those fees?
So yeah, I was actually working on that this past week. I was messing a lot with Stripe and getting the platform connected to it. Right now it's in a sandbox mode, so I am trying to figure out what percentage will work the best for us to take and make sure that everyone still is happy with what they're getting. So I tried a $100 transaction through the website, and Stripe took $3.26, and then we made, I had a 3% dorm sheet percentage cut. We might move that to 5% or 10%. We're still not sure. We're still trying to figure that out.
Thank you.
45 seconds. Okay. So as far as rolling this out to, let's say, new students, did you guys talk about how you would promote your platform to newcomers?
Yeah, so we are going to be talking with admissions and hopefully be able to get a list of all the new students that are incoming and all the open emails that are incoming. And so we would send out, because when you send out an email, every student looks for the at Houghton, the year that it is, and if it's a reliable year that you're in school, to know that it's actually a Houghton student sending it out. And then we are also going to utilize Instagram. We have friends in the media department that run all the different Houghton Instagram accounts that actually will help us promote Dorm Suite and be like, hey, if you have have clothes or anything that you want to resell, check out Dorm Suite Co. by all of us, because a lot of people know who we are. And so that would be an easy way to promote our company online, and also promoting the fact that it's going to be efficient, timely, and reliable for students.
Thank you.
Great job. Next, we have Coach Lee from Allegany University. If Ryan, you want to head down to take a seat here. He's representing the team as well as for Mark and Matthew. And we have Dr. Jason Morrison as the academic mentor at Terrell Marsh. We're promoting on to New York Economic Development.
I don't know if I'm improving.
My coach has 80 other players.
I can't afford it.
Just train and hope.
I train every day, but I don't know if it's working.
I make my own workouts, but I don't have a real plan.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Biddle, an engineering major from Wellsville.
And I'm Mark Ungurian, a computer science and marketing major from Ukraine.
And I'm Ryan Haggerty, an engineering major from Wellsville.
Our company strives to provide an online health and fitness club that connects coaches directly to clients. The global fitness app market in 2025 was around $12 billion, reaching a projected $45 billion by 2035. The health and fitness club market in 2024 reached $112 billion, making a combined market of $124 billion. The number of high school athletes in the US is at all-time high of 8.3 million, which is a promising market indicator. We hope to impact more than just people looking to become healthier and more competitive. We want to help combat the issue. 1 in 5 adults are facing depression. Our target audience is coaches seeking to expand their personal brand and hop on our mission of helping people reach their health goals. Are people looking for real connections in a world full of artificial interactions, like the retired couple hoping to find a sense of community and feel a part of something like their local yoga studio, as well as athletes at any level, anyone from middle schoolers training to make their school team to amateurs going pro. We conducted a study with a sample size of 75 people. We found that over 80% of people spend money on fitness or wellness, 85% of people seek a new program every 3 months, and 75% of people already spending $100 monthly. With the average gym membership costing $65 per month, attending a nicer gym, one class, lesson, or 5K can easily get you over $100. CoachMe provides all-in-one marketplace and community for those aspiring to reach their health goals. It is the only platform that encompasses
presentation. As you can see, we are working on the issue. It seems our internet is a little faulty, so just stay tuned and we'll let you know if anything changes.
We have Wi-Fi now.
You know.
I'm all battery driven, so we're back on.
I do have some almost on still. No.
No,
Yeah, it was like, beep, beep. I got this back on. Everything that was out of you? Yeah, it went completely dark. I don't know how to freeze, but I would say. Corey just
Because 48 hours, 20 miles an hour, no flies over, you take off.
Did you watch them?
We're ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm ready, everyone, back in.
Fingers crossed.
I don't know if I'm improving.
My coach has 80 other players.
I can't afford it.
Just train and hope.
I train every day, but I don't know if it's working.
I make my own workouts, but I don't have a real plan.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Biddle, an engineering major from Wellsville.
And I'm Mark Ungurian, a computer science and marketing major from Ukraine.
And I'm Ryan Haggerty, an engineering major from Wellsville.
Our company strives to provide an online health and fitness club that connects coaches directly to clients. The global fitness app market in 2025 was around $12 billion, reaching a projected $45 billion by 2035. The health and fitness club market in 2024 reached $112 billion, making a combined market of $124 billion. The number of high school athletes in the US is at all-time high of 8.3 million, which is a promising market indicator. We hope to impact more than just people looking to become healthier and more competitive. We want to help combat the issue. 1 in 5 adults are facing depression. Our target audience is coaches seeking to expand their personal brand and hop on our mission of helping people reach their health goals. Are people looking for real connections in a world full of artificial interactions, like the retired couple hoping to find a sense of community and feel a part of something like their local yoga studio, as well as athletes at any level, anyone from middle schoolers training to make their school team to amateurs going pro. We conducted a study with a sample size of 75 people. We found that over 80% of people spend money on fitness or wellness, 85% of people seek a new program every 3 months, and 75% of people already spending $100 monthly. With the average gym membership costing $65 per month, attending a nicer gym, one class, lesson, or 5K can easily get you over $100. CoachMe provides all-in-one marketplace and community for those aspiring to reach their health goals. It is the only platform that encompasses coaching access without barriers, adaptive training programs, a platform that cultivates social interactions, and a vast offering of local community events.
Our solution to this problem is to create a full ecosystem for coaching, knowledge, and programs. We want to be the Airbnb for coaches and trainers. All of our plans follow an adaptive style. They grow as you do, whether it is our algorithm doing this or the user's personal trainers. We provide an inclusive experience where users can connect with others participating in events in their areas. There is no limit to what people can try, learn, or train for. We provide coaches for all activities and at any stage of people's lives. As a social app, we are constantly connected to shifting user trends, allowing us to adapt quickly and stay ahead of changes in the market. We have an intense screening process for coaches to get on our platform. There is a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to breaking our terms of service. The days of paying $100+ per private lesson for you, your child, or a friend are long past. We deliver our pro service for only $25 per month. We are focusing our efforts on finding coaches with smaller, loyal audiences so that when the coach joins our team, so does their community. We plan to implement short-form content to let coaches and users market our platform organically as they see success and feel a part of something. Local networks are a very important part of our plan. As word spreads within the local areas, users will begin to rise. In our first year, we plan to have 5,000 users. This is just 0.04% of the target market. We expect a revenue compound annual growth rate of 111%. Our platform offers both a free and paid programming and features. While we offer a pro service at $25 per month, our app is free to use for our community feature, some built-in programs, and special offer weeks like Olympic Week, where we plan to have Olympians, past and present, offer training insights through a week of programming. Assuming 5,000 users, our app would generate $130,000 in annual revenue. Cost of goods sold is $6,600, which is extremely favorable. Our operating expenses are around $61,000 annually, including funds supporting our strategic marketing approach, website fees, and salaries. After tax, this leaves us with $48,375 in net profit after year 1. Looking ahead, our gross profit is forecasted to reach over $500,000 in year 3. We plan to invest in talent, outreach, and events, which is why salaries and operating expenses rise over time. Thanks to our scalable model, net profits climb to over $250,000 in year 3. This proves the business is not just profitable, it is positioned for high growth.
CoachMe brings the guidance of a personal trainer right to your pocket, helping users stay focused and on track throughout every workout. It is more than just a training app. It also serves as a community hub where members can easily discover and join local events. Let's say there's a morning yoga session in the town of Alfred. Users can open up the app, tap join, and show up. Within the app, members can also connect with the local personal trainers to strengthen their fitness journey. This creates value for the user while also supporting local trainers, gyms, and the surrounding community.
Family on three! 1, 2, 3, family!
Next great athlete might be training alone in the rain right now. Coach Me will make sure that will never happen.
Our ask is $5,000 for development, ad campaigns, and distribution.
Hi there, great job. So I'm sure you've thought a lot about market saturation, given apps like Strava. You see the build out of Peloton and how they're gamifying their app year over year. How much thought have you given to costs around marketing, specifically search engine optimization, so you're really easy to find, or have you positioned yourselves where you are intentionally going hyperlocal?
So yes, exactly that. We are positioning ourselves intentionally with the, as you said, hyperlocal. Our target audience is your local YMCA. But on top of that, a lot of the coaching, or the marketing will be done via the coaches. There isn't a platform out there that gives a coach an opportunity to just get on the app, hire clients through the app, and all of the processing is done via an app. Usually most coaching contracts are done one-on-one between the coach. So finding a coach can be difficult, and if the people know where to go to find the coach, then they'll go on the app, and the coaches will also be there because there will be clients available to them.
So what is your plan for targeting the coaches? How are you going to get this in front of them? How do you vet them? What does that process look like?
So in the short term right now, at Alfred University, we do have a multitude of students looking to join coaches or join coaching programs. A lot of them are people we do know, so we are able to vet them a lot closer. But as we expand out there, we'll be having rigorous interview processes, ensuring that the coaches aren't people you don't want to be around or even pay to, work under them.
Got you. One other question for you. So I know it was a $25 a month fee. Did you guys talk through the pricing strategy? Because to me that seems maybe like a little low.
So yeah, the $25 a month fee will get you a majority of the coaching processes and features built within the app. The pricing for the coaches themselves are individual contracts that are worked out between the coach and the user.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Great job. Will you take a cut from what the coaches are charging their clients?
So that is situationally dependent. As far as like courses go, if the coach just posts videos teaching the individuals how to do X, Y, Z, we will give them that full percent. But as far as like client sessions, we will take a small percentage of the client sessions.
So are clients paying you or paying the coach?
They will be paying us, and then through that we will pay the coaches.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Access Care Transport from Alfred State College with Christine and Kadim, and our academic mentor was Jill Smith and John Adams. Feel free to come on down.
Hello, my name is Kadim.
And my name is Christine.
And together we worked on the Dialysis Center project. So our team name that we came up with is Access Care Transport. My major is financial planning and I graduate 2029.
And my major is individual studies and I also graduate 2029. Some problems that are rooted in dialysis centers are that they are not very safe and not very cleanly. And also a lot of people cannot get to those dialysis centers on time. Also, you might have some problems like elderly individuals not being able to drive and not getting to their appointment. And people are at higher risk of getting higher diseases or worsen conditions because they do not have any centers near them, and it is way more expensive in the US. The people that we want to reach out to are people that possibly have end-stage retinal disease or late-stage chronic kidney disease, and people who are in the lower to middle class, also people who are in rural areas, and often people who are tired and fed up with unsafe and uncleanly dialysis centers. And some of these scenarios might include elderly patients that do not have the resources to get to their appointments on time or are not near places that have dialysis centers.
For alternatives, we'll be focusing on 90-mile radius around the rural areas like Alfred. People in that 90-mile radius will be able to contact us, and we'll be able to go to them instead of them coming to us. They could also come to us too. Usually, people who are in that area, there's not a lot of dialysis centers nearby, and they would have to travel more than 90-mile radius usually. So this will be good for them and help keep them satisfied and travel and keep their needs satisfied.
So the solution that our dialysis center has is that this will be an affordable way to get treatment and a flexible time frame or flexible place to get treatment, while also providing safety and cleanliness. Now, some benefits will include things like there are less people at risk for infections due to the uncleanliness of the dialysis center. Also, it will be completely safe with the proper care that people need and the proper professionals there. Also, less time to travel, which will also be an expense. And also, there are more people who like a closed area.
For advantages, we will have unique features such as scheduling and more comfortability because we will be going to them instead of them coming towards us. We will also have expertise and credibility because we will have licensed dialysis nurse and we also have certified technicians. So basically, we will be able to have no complications for when it comes to Medicaid or Medicare, and we will also make sure that the customers have a nice, smooth transition going into the dialysis center and going out.
So what we want to give to our customers and the message we want to give is that there are better ways to get care, and there are better ways to make sure you get that care correctly and safely. We also might promote this in doctors' offices or hospitals or TikTok to give us a better reputation and give us a trustworthy audience.
For distribution, the service is roughly around 3 to 4 times per week and also 3 to 4 hours per session. We also will try to keep the customers and keep them safe and also keep them feeling secured around this area. And we'll also be having set-up appointments or site-in-site clinical procedures if needed. Also, we will be carrying 3 machines, and we'll be mostly managing through online services to get towards them. For the starter needs, we'll be having a mobile unit dialysis van, which will be roughly ranging around $150,000 to $500,000 max. With that mobile unit van, it'll have 3 people that can be able to go in there, and we'll also have 3 machines each. Each machine will be $15,000 to $30,000 long. We'll also be having staffing and training for people who will be doing the dialysis center, who will be being involved in it, and we'll also have a driver that's needed, and we also have a water system and all the other insurance that is needed for having a vehicle and starting the business like this. For monthly costs, we'll be having 3 to 6 patients per day, and that'll be roughly around $40,000 to $100,000 per month. We'll also be having dialysis tech, which will be $3,000 to $5,000 each, and we'll also be having medical director, part of neuropharologist, ranging within $3,000 to $10,000. We'll also be having a driver, which is needed to drive over towards them and also drive them back, and we'll also be having medical billing, depending on the percent of the revenue. For when it comes to revenue, for the dialysis center, for monthly revenue, it'll accumulate to $44,000 to $50,000 for hemodialysis. With Medicaid or Medicare insurance, it'll help bring the price down to at least $250 to $350 per treatment. Also with private insurance, it can also range from the prices to $300 to $800 plus, depending on what insurance that they are using. We'll be using that $5,000 to build income to help start a business. We'll also be using some of that money to get a certified dialysis technician and pay them, which will be rounding around $1,000 to $3,000. They'll also be telling us anything that we needed or missed in the business.
Also, we'll build connections to make sure we have a good reputation. Also, that will be online or on TikTok. And we'll also have to take out loans, small business loans, and apply for grants or investors to help us build that funding.
Thank you for listening.
there. Excellent job. And I appreciated your explanation in a market that's largely niche. Can you just talk a little bit more about your strategy when it comes to implementation within essentially identifying partners? Are you focused more on privately held centers versus hospital networks? Just go a little bit deeper on that, if you may.
Yeah, that's a great question. So we would usually partner with the clients that already have or potentially want to get treatment, and that would be for the places that are around them and closest to them first, so they can kind of have them in their area. And we would partner with those specific dialysis centers, so we would have other options for people who cannot specifically go to that dialysis center, and there'll be less missed appointments. So then that person can get that care right out of their home, and it would also help people, especially elderly people who cannot travel long distances. So that would also help the people that need that care specifically to get better.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I understood your answer. So essentially, you're referring to targeting individuals by way of like insurance brokers, or how do you reach the individual, I guess is my question.
So we would reach the individual, like I said, through marketing, and specifically people who want to specifically need that care, and specifically, I guess, through, if we want to reach older individuals, that possibly through maybe TV commercials, or possibly just flyers, and if they have to go to the doctor, you have a flyer in the doctor's office, and if they think it is a better resource for them to get this care that is essentially easier to access, if they don't have a dialysis center that they can reach better, then they would possibly come reach out to us.
So I applaud your team, because this is absolutely a huge undertaking and definitely a niche market, right? So as far as like the 90-mile radius, one mobile unit, did you talk through what kind of that scheduling strategy would look like, or a schedule? How can you make that happen?
So what we were planning on doing, because originally we were going to start off with one van. Later on, when we do get enough revenue, we'll plan on like getting more vans and being able to have more people to get in the van, because the max we can have is 3. And it usually takes like 3 to 4 hours per session. So the max we can get in one day is at least probably 3 or 6 people, depending on how much people we can get. So the best thing that we can try to do in order to get the people that's needed, we usually in that 90-mile radius, we go to them. Because especially with how the kidneys is like the main problem here, and people who are like having problems like diabetes or other stuff, especially in rural areas like Alfred, they have to travel far for that. And the best thing that they can do is like they just wait there and they let us know, contact us, and then we go to them so we can make it better. And then throughout time, we could probably get another van and then have more range of getting to other people who are in need.
Makes sense. One other question for you, and so it seems like you did a lot of research and homework, right? It's a complicated industry. Any thoughts on how this business would be impacted by like mobile dialysis or in-home units?
I would say that this will be very impactful because there isn't a lot of mobile dialysis out there. Because to be honest, I didn't even know they existed until like last month. So I looked more into it and I'm like, oh, okay. There isn't a lot of dialysis vans out there that gets people there. And on top of that, when people do go to a dialysis center, it's like a big space, it's crowded, and that's a lot of things. And on top of that, we do care about the customer's satisfaction. So the best way to do it is to have it in a small group where it's like small people, and we have curtains there so they can have their own satisfaction, have the lights dimming down to whatever their need is best for them. And I feel like that'll help impact the mobile unit. and it could probably get more people doing the same thing.
First off, thank you for planning to help so many people. That's really beautiful. Speaking of the number of people, do you have an idea in that 90-mile radius how many clients would be looking for your service?
For getting as much people, I actually don't know how much people would be willing to do it, because it all depends on how comfortable they feel in that type of situation. But if they do, like if we're hypothetically speaking, they go to a doctor and the doctor do recommend having dialysis treatment, if we get ourselves out there, it'll be a way for an older person to say, okay, there's not much people here. I can go here and get more comfortable satisfaction, and they're coming to me. So I feel like in that way, it'll be easier for them. And whoever else is let's say we go to one area and then we have to go across another area, because that will be a problem. We still have an entire day to get it set. So we have time to get that patient through, and then we can drive over there, which will probably be like an hour or two, and then we can get their satisfaction as well.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, great job. Next we have Goal Tracked with Alfred University. We have William and Holly with mentors Dr. Jason Morrison and Al Vasquez with Coach Al Consulting. Come on down.
Do you know that 92% of people set goals and fail to achieve them, and 62% of them give up within 1 month? This is according to the Talent Strategy Group's report of 2023.
And at the same time, 75% of the businesses have objective and key result systems, but only 10 to 20% of them successfully execute these systems.
The problem is that people set goals, but they fail to track the productivity and execution of their goals. My name is William Frank Mahunda, a computer science student at Alfred University.
And I'm Holly Bedelimo, a mechanical engineering student at Alfred University. This is why we came up with a solution called GoalTrack.
GoalTrack is an accountability-first platform that is integrated with AI for goal tracking, check-in, approval, and report generation.
GoalTrack works through just 3 simple steps.
The first one is goal setting. Here the user defines clear, trackable, and executable goals. The second one is check-in. Here the progress is updated consistently by the user and is integrated by the social media or social channels of the user's choice. For example, WhatsApp, for seamless operation.
And for teams, the team managers use the approval system to verify the completion and report generation of their team.
Our target market involve individuals who are managing different activities and personal goals, teams that are working on different projects, and organizations that are driving productivity and performance.
We are going to reach prospective clients through various marketing channels such as product-led growth, content marketing, social media platforms like LinkedIn, campus partnerships like universities and clubs, community marketing, and email marketing.
And we're gonna distribute our services through various ways such as web applications, email invites, Google or Microsoft SSO, mobile responsive, API access to teams, and direct B2B sales.
Here is why GoalTrack stands out from the rest of the competitors.
We have enhanced features for rated check-ins, accountability workflow, approval and correction loop, AI analytics, and recommendations. And this makes us stand out with the competitors such as Notion, Asana, and Habitica. This is what sets us apart.
As per our revenue growth, we expect by the 3rd year that we'll have approximately over 200 grand, and this is because we are a software. And being a software means that we'll have limited costs, and our costs will only grow gradually per the increase in the number of users, expecting that our revenues will grow drastically.
We are asking for 15,000. 47% will be used for product development, 23% will be used for marketing and launch, 13% for hosting and tools, 10% for legal and administration, and 70% for miscellaneous.
Now we know that Goal Track will actually bring real world impact, and here are the benefits: improving accountability, productivity, help people achieve real goals, and it will be a tool for business development, and finally it will help people actually make New Year resolutions attainable.
And remember, we don't set goals for you,
but we help you achieve them.
Fantastic. I love a goal tracker. What do you think you learned most about your goals as you put this program together?
Right, that's a great question. Like when we were doing research and interviews with a bunch of people, around 40 people, we noticed like everyone wants to achieve, everyone wants to be successful, but the only difficult thing is following through. We interviewed some couple of people, and I was being optimistic that most of us would set New Year resolutions, right? And probably by April, we're like, oh, okay, what happened? And someone else like, oh, actually, by January, mid-January, we just always go off of our goals, and that's why we decided to establish this app that doesn't help you just plan your goals, but helps you follow through them.
So you mentioned that the platform would incorporate AI, and so how do you help people achieve the goals, right? Because it sounds like execution is the issue, so I assume there needs to be some triggers to keep people moving forward.
Thank you for the very beautiful question. So one thing about Goal Track is that it's not just for individuals, it's also for the teams. And current existing tools are just for planning. Like you can use Notebook for planning what you want to do. Like maybe next Sunday I want to do something. Next Monday I want to have a meeting with somebody. So Goal Track helps you to complete these things that the current tools are using. I mean, the current tools doesn't help you to complete them, but Goal Track helps you to complete the thing that you plan to do and something like that. And
so I think to add on what he said, through the system itself, if you saw through the pitch, it's more of like you'll get invites of it because it's AI programmed. So you can choose, okay, I can easily set maybe, okay, I completed this goal today. Or maybe my goal is to read maybe 30 pages per day, right? So by the end of the day, you can choose, maybe I can get this reminder through maybe my email. I can choose I can get the reminder of it through my Instagram. I can get this reminder through just normal text. So you plug in the number of pages you actually succeeded in the day, like, okay, this amount, and tomorrow, and the next day after. And then the platform gives you a report based on what you set, that, okay, I set this number. From this, the AI analyzes that, okay, your product is like 75%, and then it gives you recommendations on what to do better next time. And even through the product itself, because again, it's AI programmed, that's why we started with free trials, so that you can train the model first, and then through that, it would we can make and edit the features based on that.
Thank you, that was a really great answer. One more question for you. So if this grew and businesses took advantage of it, have you considered how you would handle proprietary information or things that are not meant for public consumption?
thank you for the question. Also, since we are AI, one of the things that we really take into consideration is people's privacy, like the data you share there, because for example, if you are a business, we know that competitors may take advantage of the data you're sharing there. So we can use the secure way for, I can say like the way we encrypt the data, something you are doing, even as we won't have access to what you're sharing there with the team. So it can just be you and only the team, or you as the individual only. It's just like WhatsApp. Even WhatsApp cannot have access to what we are having a chat with because the data is encrypted. So we will apply encryption, and we can also apply some multiple layers for the AI models and everything to make sure that the data of our clients are kept secure. And I can say that with GoldTrack, one of our very priority isn't just the profit, but it's making sure that our clients are having the safe and secure environment to do whatever they want and achieve their productivity. Thank you.
Hi there. Great job on the competitor analysis. I use Notion and Asana in my day-to-day, so that was really easy to then understand how you're positioning yourselves against other platforms. You also did a good job at just outlining the pricing model. My question is, typically the freemium model is fantastic to get early adopters.
This is Stacy.
How do you see your targeting strategy around the teams, for example, because that's when you then go into a paid model as a successful path to revenue?
That's a big question that we were also thinking of as we were preparing this. So in the preparation for that, because you've seen the free trials for it, and of course would market to students more, and would think students, individuals, they can scale it up to like teams and project groups, right? So through that, and that's still a free model, even if it was an individual or a team, right? So through that, which would probably be a free month, like just for a month, we believe that getting all the analysis of how they use it and all of that, we know that probably in the next month as how we scale it, that we could get like revenues through that. Because we know like, okay, if this is a sensitive platform and we really want to get it out there and to make sure people are more productive, we'd rather want to give a model that's more secure and that works effectively. So we were like, okay, train it first. And then for the team part of how it would work is like you could see for different members of your team exactly, okay, this person, probably its productivity in our team is this percent and this percent and this percent. And then I said before, like the AI can give you recommendations for it. So we know that we've even looked through research that through psychology that people grow more in teams and through like competition based. And I think that's why even the scaling model and the price of it was $19 a month for it, but that's first after the free trial of it.
Got it, okay, thank you.
Sorry, I'd love to add more on that also. We also did a unique thing and differentiate ourselves. When we are applying the pricing model, we involved our customers, our clients. Because when we are having the research, we asked them like, what are they paying for currently existing tools? And then we shared with them like, okay, if we give this to you and you use free trials and along the way you track your productivity, and then we introduce some of the features like this and this and this, would you be willing to pay more for that? And most of them were really happy. They were like, okay, if I do free trial and I can see that I achieve what I wanted to achieve, I would really be happy to do that. So we involved our clients during our research in our pricing, and most of them shared that they love it and it's okay for them. Thank you.
Okay, next we have fostering experiences from Alfred State College with Sarah and Zanaya. And we have mentors Mana and Stacy Gray with FLX Wine Tours. Come on down.
This is Stacy. Stacy wants to host a public relations event for her company, Finger Lakes Best Wine Tours, to engage with her community and attract new customers. But she's on a tight budget and doesn't know where to start. She makes the smart choice to contact us at Fostering Experiences to keep her costs low and to support local college students looking for real-world job experiences.
Hello everyone, we are Zanaya and Sarah, the founders of Fostering Experiences. We are a mobile event and public relations agency designed for rural college communities. So imagine you were us for a minute, or one of the thousands of college students in small towns. You're looking for job experience, but all that's available are unpaid internships or basic work-study jobs that are overflowing with competition. At the same time, local businesses are struggling to get customers through the door. Students lack real-world experience that is skills-based and paid. Businesses are lacking visibility and marketing support, and colleges are struggling to keep up with engagement and retention. This leads to students graduating without experience, small businesses missing growth opportunities, and communities being disconnected. There's potential, but it's not being used. That's where Fostering Experiences comes in. We are a mobile event planning and public relations agency designed specifically for rural college communities. We bridge the gap between students, local small businesses, and colleges by creating high-quality events and marketing experiences that benefit all three. We employ students in a paid, skills-based role where they gain hands-on experience in event planning, marketing, branding, and client relations. At the same time, we provide small businesses with affordable access to professional-level events and promotional services that increase visibility and drive real foot traffic. Colleges benefit by offering structured, career-building opportunities that strengthen both student outcomes and community relationships. We create a system where everyone benefits. Students gain paid, real-world experience that builds their resume and skill set. Local businesses gain affordable marketing, increased visibility, and real foot traffic. And colleges gain stronger student engagement, retention, and community connection. What makes us different is how we deliver this. We use student talent, which reduces overhead and builds experiences at the same time. And because there's no direct competitors in rural communities, we have a strong first mover advantage. This isn't just a service, it's a system where everyone benefits.
Our target market includes all small businesses in Allegany County with the intention of expanding into more counties after our first year of operation. It is a major priority of ours to be easily accessible, so a user-friendly website is a must. Businesses have the option to reach out through our website or message us on any of our social media accounts. Both the website and social media accounts will include pictures and videos from events that we have put on in the past as a reference point for potential clients. With a hospitality-based company, there is a large amount of capital required upfront, but that will be a benefit in the future as it will reduce expenses per event once the assets are paid off. These numbers are based off local vendors, which further contributes to our community engagement. In total, we will require $30,523 in capital, most of which will come from a small business loan.
In partnership with Stacy, we were able to create Sip and Play, a nostalgic experience. And through fostering experiences, we design events that are not only engaging, but memorable. At first glance, you see things like vase painting, balloon animals, and bounce house activities that are typically associated with childhood. But we've reimagined them for the adult audience. Guests can enjoy wine tastings while engaging in playful, nostalgic experiences. And behind the scenes, students are planning, marketing, and executing every detail, gaining that real-world experience while supporting the business.
This is our pricing menu for Lake's best wine tours to choose from. The menu includes equipment owned by Fostering Experiences, as well as prices for external vendors. In the equipment column, there are projections for how many events it would take to start making revenue from our assets, all of which we plan on paying off within the first year. Let's say Stacy chose these items. Total event will cost $6,877 for Stacy. For reference, the average PR event for small businesses nationwide can range from $10,000 to $50,000, so we are saving Stacy significant costs. Within the first 3 years, with our goal increasing by 5 events each year, our total profits will reach $114,728. And with the help of IncubatorWorks, a $5,000 prize would allow us to pay off 90.8% of the capital, plus the interest from the small business loan. Being nearly debt-free after the first year would help us continue our priority to maintain affordability for small businesses while remaining profitable.
Thank you. So I thought it was great because it really is one of those real-world issues that a lot of people are facing. The question that I have for you is, so I get your pricing structure and working with that client, but not every business has a budget that's equal to that. And so how would you work with, let's say, a business that maybe only has a marginal budget? Would you do a la carte? Like, what does that look like to accommodate other users?
Yeah, so that's a great question. One of the best things about Fostering Experiences is our pricing menu, so you can pick from anything that you want on that menu. And since we own a lot of the assets, it's very possible to put on an event with only things that we own without external vendors, and inviting food trucks from the community for free, since they would gain revenue simply from making sales at the event. The point of the pricing model essentially is to support those small businesses with the marginal budget, because students are the ones planning the events. And students are way more likely to be flexible about wages when they're gaining experience at the same time.
Hi, thank you. Can you just, I guess piggybacking off of that, just boiling down your pricing model, because there was a mention of a loan. So essentially, is the university taking on the loan to sort of accommodate time, resources, et cetera, and then the goal is by way of the profit of the event to then start generating revenue once the loan's paid off? Or,
so,
yeah.
It would be our loan.
Okay.
We are separate from the universities, so these are students at multiple universities. It's not just Alfred State. We are essentially working with the university. We say, hey, give us your best marketing students. Give us students who want experience, either working events, they want to have a work-study job. Just send them to us, and then we will put them on our payroll. So we're kind of trusting the university to give us their best students. So we are paying them independently, and the loan itself is independent to us.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So you said that you will own the things, the props, the things that you're bringing. Where will those be housed?
So on the pricing structure, there was, I believe, a trailer included. So everything is designed to kind of fit compactly. I chose pricing for chairs that came with racks. I think the photo booth folded in half. So everything is designed to fit in that trailer at all times, since we are mobile. Everything can be put right back in there at the end of the event.
And a car will be towing that trailer? Okay, great, thank you.
Great job. Next, we have Jao Zabar from Alfred University with Emlyn and Sabrina with academic mentors Dr. Casey Morrison and industry mentor Heather Sanford from the Center for Regional Economic Advancement.
Hi, we are Jao Zabar, bringing authentic hand-folded Chinese dumplings to farmers market and private events, made fresh and served hot.
We combine traditional flavors with a modern, convenient food experience.
My name is Sabrina, and I'm an undergrad finance student from Ukraine.
And my name is Anlin, an MBA student from the Netherlands. As hungry students in Alfred, we identified a clear gap in the market. At farmers markets and nearby restaurants, food options are often repetitive with little variety beyond standard street food like burgers and fried items. There's also a lack of authentic, freshly made international cuisine available locally. In Alfred specifically, access to Chinese food is limited, especially with Panda being closed during the school breaks.
With over 75% of Alfred's population under 30, primarily students, we have designed our dumplings to be both filling and affordable, without exceeding a student budget. For families and working professionals, we will offer a large frozen family-sized bag, providing a convenient, nutritious meal to make at home.
Our presence begins at the Alfred Farmers Market, the central hub for both students and local residents. There we will introduce our authentic hand-folded jiaozi to the community while building brand recognition and trust.
Beyond the market, we connect with customers through our website and mobile app for marketing purposes and catering orders. Customers can explore our menu, see our schedule at the farmers market, and read our story. Being a part of Alfred University residential community staff, we have gained a strong presence across Alfred University. Through multiple catering events, we have already built a solid reputation around the quality of our food, averaging over 100 guests per event this semester. We will use social media to further increase our audience reach. Since Alfred is a small town, we will ensure that our guest experience is something that people talk about, share with others, and remember.
To celebrate the new lunar year, we introduced our dumplings to the Alfred community by serving nearly 800 dumplings to over 150 guests. Building on this momentum, our most recent event last week drew close to 100 attendees with minimal advertising. This demonstrates not only sustained interest, but also the strength of our growing reputation and word-of-mouth reach across campus.
After analyzing current competition in our area, we found limited nearby options. Only one is within a walking distance, and it holds rating below 3 stars, with plans to close during the summer season. The next closest competitor is approximately a 20-minute drive away and has a similarly low rating.
We start by making our dough from scratch. Then, following my family recipe, we carefully prepare the filling. The dough is kneaded once more for the perfect texture, and we're ready to begin shaping. Using a traditional Chinese rolling pin, we roll each piece into thin wrappers. With years of experience, we precisely portion the filling before folding each dumpling into its signature half-moon shape.
Made from fresh, wholesome ingredients, our dumplings deliver better nutrition and superior taste. Handmade allows for more filling and juicy dumplings. You can see that the difference right here. Ours on the left and the competitors is on the right.
There's the main college switch right now.
They're actually red ones.
What about? I'm at a Eagle Planet 5.
You don't look the glass box. You don't look
The switches are also on the same circuit as the power in here, so it cuts out the internet to that every time too, so it wouldn't have done anything. I have to just, I don't know. Yeah.
We are Jao Zabar, bringing authentic
Hi, we are Jao Zabar, bringing authentic hand-folded Chinese dumplings to farmers market and private events, made fresh and served hot.
We combine traditional flavors with a modern, convenient food experience.
My name is Sabrina, and I'm an undergrad finance student from Ukraine.
And my name is Anlin, an MBA student from the Netherlands. As hungry students in Alfred, we identified a clear gap in the market. At farmers markets and nearby restaurants, food options are often repetitive with little variety beyond standard street food like burgers and fried items. There's also a lack of authentic, freshly made international cuisine available locally. In Alfred specifically, access to Chinese food is limited, especially with Panda being closed during the school breaks.
With over 75% of Alfred's population under 30, primarily students, we have designed our dumplings to be both filling and affordable without exceeding a student budget. For families and working professionals, we will offer a large frozen family-sized bag, providing a convenient, nutritious meal to make at home.
Our presence begins at the Alfred Farmers Market, the central hub for both students and local residents. There we will introduce our authentic hand-folded jiaozi to the community while building brand recognition and trust.
Beyond the market, we connect with customers through our website and mobile app for marketing purposes and catering orders. Customers can explore our menu, see our schedule at the farmers market, and read our story. Being a part of Alfred University residential community staff, we have gained a strong presence across Alfred University. Through multiple catering events, we have already built a solid reputation around the quality of our food, averaging over 100 guests per event this semester. We will use social media to further increase our audience reach. Since Alfred is a small town, we will ensure that our guest experience is something that people talk about, share with others, and remember.
To celebrate the new lunar year, we introduced our dumplings to the Alfred community by serving nearly 800 dumplings to over 150 guests. Building on this momentum, our most recent event last week drew close to 100 attendees with minimal advertising. This demonstrates not only sustained interest, but also the strength of our growing reputation and word-of-mouth reach across campus.
After analyzing current competition in our area, we found limited nearby options. Only one is within a walking distance and it holds rating below 3 stars, with plans to close during the summer season. The next closest competitor is approximately a 20-minute drive away and has a similarly low rating.
We start by making our dough from scratch. Then, following my family recipe, we carefully prepare the filling. The dough is kneaded once more for the perfect texture, and we're ready to begin shaping. Using a traditional Chinese rolling pin, we roll each piece into thin wrappers. With years of experience, we precisely portion the filling before folding each dumpling into its signature half-moon shape.
Made from fresh, wholesome ingredients, our dumplings deliver better nutrition and superior taste. Handmade allows for more filling and juicy dumplings. You can see that the difference right here. Ours on the left and the competitors is on the right.
Based on our previous events, we estimate selling 100 portions per market day. Each portion has 4 dumplings and sells for $8. Focusing only on the seasonal Alfred Farmers Market, that is $15,200 in revenue. After covering ingredients, operating costs, and taxes, we project a net profit of $10,078, a 66% profit margin, showing that our portions and pricing are both student-friendly and highly profitable. With growing recognition and repeat customers, we project sales to rise to 120 portions next year, generating an increase in revenue of 31% and an increase in net profit of 36%. The year after, we expect our portions to grow to 150, giving us an increase in revenue of 34% and an increase in net profit of 38%. This steady growth highlights strong demand and a clear scalability of our business.
If we win the $5,000 prize, we will use it to cover our first months of operations. This includes initial investments in equipment, licenses, and starting inventory, while our main ongoing cost is renting a commercial kitchen at approximately $1,200 per month. Additional costs include ingredients, market fees, packaging, and food insurance. With this funding, we can launch smoothly and operate efficiently from day one. Help us bring authentic Chinese flavor to Alfred. One.
When they smell so wonderful, they smell so great. I'm wondering, will you have a menu where people can pick selected flavors?
So not at this moment. For farmers market, it's going to be standard beef, or we have an egg option.
For catering, we could do that, but it depending on what amount of time we have to prepare for the event.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think you'll be able to eventually think about people with limited diets?
Yes, absolutely. We have a couple recipes that are vegetarian or gluten-free. Unfortunately, I did not bring some with me. Sorry, next time.
Thank you. They really smell amazing.
They are very delicious. I tried one. Kudos to you guys. The question that I have for you, so you indicated that it's hand done. And so sustainability of handmade versus getting into like some sort of automation for the dough. Like, have you talked through that?
So for the dough process, we will have a machinery a little later in the future. We're already utilizing some combiners at the community kitchen in Alfred that we are renting. As for folding, we are strongly willing to continue with hand folding, and it just brings culture and special. We already have 2 people that we are teaching how to make them and fold them to be prepared for the summer.
Gotcha. And so you mentioned you're, renting a kitchen. What will that open opportunity to do, maybe more community outreach versus just the farmers market?
Yes. At the statistic that we showed, we just focused on the farmers market because I already participated in it, and it's see-through for us, but we are willing to go to the other farmers market as we grow, and we also can have like master classes and working for Res Life, both me and Anlin. We have a lot of people who are coming and willing to learn and eat them, so that's great. Definitely brings community together.
All right, thank you.
Hi there. Can you talk a little bit about how and where you source from, knowing the volatility of food service and knowing you have low overhead, given that you don't have a brick and mortar that is advantageous? How are you, based on your sourcing strategy, how are you mitigating fluctuations and rising costs?
So currently we shop from regular groceries market like Wegmans and Walmart. As we grow, we are planning to get a Costco card and shopping from there, and hopefully in the future working closer with local farmers. And starting with farmers market, I believe that we will have a lot of great connections there. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Next we have Southern Tier TechWorks from Alfred State College. We have Richard and Tyson, and mentors Joe Bailey and Trevor Picott with Exact Labs.
Hi, I'm Richard.
Hi, I'm Tyson.
And together we are
Southern Tier TechWorks.
Hi, so the problem that we got to deal with today is a lot of people have their own electronics, whether it's computers, servers, and we need somebody that can be efficient and wants to help and be in the corner of the people that we are working with.
So in the Alfred area, there are only 2 major competitors, one in Wellsville and one in Hornell. Neither one of them do on-site service calls. However, we want to come to you and work on your technology on-site.
We're going to focus mainly on residential customers around the area in the Southern Tier. Secondary customers will be college students and business-to-business relationships.
We want to offer our services to everyone in the Southern Tier. And to do that, we want to be able to work on site. So that way, no more trusting the guy downtown with your PC. It's right in your own backyard. And so you can monitor it. You can monitor everything that we're doing.
All right, so some of the stuff we'll do is like basic diagnostic tune-ups, which will be range between $50 to $80. It just depends on how much time it takes to do it. Virus removal, $60 to $90, plus any required software licensing that we may need in order to remove the viruses. Data recovery systems services, $50 to $150, depending on the complexity and storage size. Custom PC builds will be about $200 plus. Labor only parts priced separately based on customer specifications. The reasons why I say it's $200 plus for a custom build is the time it takes to put everything together and make sure it runs 100%.
We will be offering these at a very affordable, either at the consumer's choice of an affordable service fee or a monthly maintenance fee, in that if it breaks down again, we will come right to it.
I'm not going to let it leave my shop unless I'd be willing to use it at my house.
Here's the thing about our company. We want to provide a service that you can trust. If we won't use it at our house, we won't expect you to use it at yours. We estimate that we will be making a profit of $800 by the second year of business. This is factoring in initial expenses of electricity and insurance for our vehicles.
With your help, we can buy the better tools we need, we can upgrade our truck, so we can provide the best service at the lowest possible price. Well, we stand out because better owned and operated. We plan on doing mobile repair.
We are working on certifications. We both have our A+, and I'm going to get my Net+.
I plan on us being in a centralized office between the two of us, so we both can commute and not have to overextend.
In 5 years down the line, I foresee this business being one of the most reliable and affordable tech shops in the entire Southern Tier. We're going to be the one-stop shop for computer repair, for network repair, and for server repair. We want to be the one-stop shop for not only residential individual clients who want their computer fixed, but also businesses, startup businesses, perhaps run by alumni, perhaps run by former students, perhaps run by anyone who needs help on their tech journey. We want to help them. We want to be the ones to power their journey and get them to be successful.
Here at Southern Tier Tech Works, we want to be your experts.
We want to be your X Factor.
I thought it was a great presentation. Nicely done.
Thank you.
So a couple of questions for you. If you encounter an issue with a device and you need parts, are you planning to keep an inventory or would you order as needed?
I would say order as needed. I plan on trying to set up like relationships with the different places where you can get them, like Best Buy. I'm trying to remember the main one that I actually used when I built my computer at home.
That's okay.
No.
And then the other question I have for you, so you're going to go to your customers, which I think is wonderful. Will you attempt to do it on site? What if you have to take something back with you? Where would you work?
We plan on purchasing a vehicle. We mentioned a truck. We plan on the idea is, unless absolutely necessary, we want to do it on site so they can monitor the progress. They'll monitor the progress of the build that they want to see fixed.
Gotcha.
Hi, thanks for the presentation. Can you, I know you sort of mentioned the desire to target a multitude of audiences. Can you give a percentage to your current distribution in terms of who's utilizing you guys the most at this time?
Well, right now, we are estimating that we're gonna, when we start up When we start up, we want to focus mainly on residential clients, so college students specifically. One of our main competition I didn't mention were the IT help desk specifically for Alfred State. The Alfred State IT help desk only serves for laptops bought in their campus store, which is a major gap There's a major disconnect there. And we want to kind of fill in that gap. So that's where we're going to be starting out with. We will also be doing service calls for other clients, for perhaps AU or even HOED, all across the southern tier. So we're going to do that.
Awesome. And then one follow-up question just regarding your pricing model. I know you mentioned, it's sort of hard to tell in certain situations how long a service will take. How have you put a threshold towards, if there's a problem that's gone on, past a certain amount to mitigate your own labor costs?
I'm more focused on the affordability aspect. So even if it does take a little bit more of my labor and I'm not charging for it, at least it's affordable for the customers, especially with dealing with college students because they're on a fixed budget.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Great. We all need this kind of help, so thank you for helping us all. I would like to talk a little bit about your marketing. So it says you plan to have a website and a presence on Facebook. Are there any other ways that you can see getting the word out about your services?
So I could see by word of mouth simply alone. We could do a fix up for. It could even start with our own family, right? We could do a fix up for our aunt, and then for my aunt, and then if we do a good job, which we will, that's what we're promising. She will tell her neighbor, and then we get that neighbor as a client, and neighbors will tell neighbors. So word of mouth is kind of what we're going to be going off of the first couple years.
Excellent. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Great job. Next we have Regrow with Alfred University. We have Amina, Vladya, and Mike. With mentors Jason Morrison, Dr. Jason Morrison, and Sean Bishop, fractional expert and advisor.
Welcome everyone, I'm Vladislava Makarenko, class of 2028, finance major, business analytics minor, and I'm from Ukraine.
Hi, my name is Mike Maeda. I'm a sophomore majoring in data analytics and I'm from Tanzania.
Hello, I'm Amina. I'm a sophomore majoring in finance.
Our problem is that there are no affordable, scalable alternatives to plastic packaging. The world produces 400 million tons of plastic waste every year, and a major contributor is styrofoam, where nearly 80% ends up in landfills and only 1% is ever recycled. This material takes up to 1 million years to decompose, hence businesses lack real alternatives. The sustainable packaging market is worth $270 billion by 2030. We solve this with Regrow, a 100% biodegradable packaging made from mycelium. We take local organic waste and combine it with the root structure of mushroom to create custom designed packaging. Next, we use 3D bioprinter to print the shapes directly, which lets us skip the expensive mold our competitors rely on. The product grows for 5 days in a controlled environment, then dries for 2 days in a specialized chamber. The result is a custom, high-precision product ready to protect your goods.
Our research shows that 73% of consumers actively choose brands specifically because they use eco-friendly packaging, and 81% of global consumers demanding that companies take an active role in helping the environment. We have also found that 67% of shoppers now check for sustainability markets before they even hit the buy button online. 52% of consumers have already made the jump and switched brands entirely to find a better packaging experience. Our customer base is defined by a shared sustainability value and their own customers who pay close attention to the packaging they receive. We start with emerging B2C lifestyle brands in skincare, wellness, and fashion companies. We also target B2B craft producers, including wineries and distilleries that require premium protection for their products.
The current market is dominated by plastic and cardboard, which fail to meet the modern demand for custom, sustainable protection. Industry companies like Incubator and SLab are built for massive scale, requiring high-value minimum orders and high capital investments. Regrow provides a premium quality, US-based alternative that delivers custom, small batch packaging at an affordable price. For the benefits, our packaging is naturally water resistant, flame retardant, and provides high-end thermal insulation for sensitive products. Most importantly, Regrow packaging fully decomposes in 30 days and can be broken up and used as fertilizer in a home garden after it's thrown away. Because we use organic waste as a base, our process is carbon negative, saving 600 grams of carbon dioxide per liter compared to styrofoam.
Unlike our competitors who rely on traditional molding, we grow mycelium into exact custom shapes using precision bioprinting, which allows us to offer higher level of detail and complexity. Because we print directly, our clients skip expensive mold tooling entirely, meaning we can prototype and move to production faster and significantly cheaper. Third, we provide a premium brand at an affordable price, serving small batch mycelium packaging with fast turnaround. Our marketing strategy focuses on visibility and credibility. We first prioritize earning the story by positioning Regrow as a leader in green innovation, targeting industry blogs and sustainability conferences to establish the technical credibility required for enterprise-level deals. Because mycelium growth is a visually striking process, we also build in public by documenting our production journey on social media.
Our distribution model is built for speed and direct B2B engagement. It begins with a formal price offer delivered within 2 days of the request. From there, we move into the design and prototyping phase, which takes approximately 7 days to ensure that 3D printed shape meets the client's exact specification. Once the prototype is approved, the official order is processed and fulfilled within 2 to 3 weeks.
For our annual cost, we maintain a variable cost of just $0.45 per unit, utilizing low-cost raw materials. Our operating expenses include salaries and essentials research and development, totaling approximately $42,000 in year 1. Our initial equipment, including our bioprinters, costs less than $1,800. Total annual costs are projected to grow from $45,000 in year 1 to roughly $82,000 by year 3. Regrow has 4 revenue streams: B2B and enterprise packaging contracts, consumer grow kits at $30, and IP licensing at $15,000 per deal. We're also securing $50,000 in EPA and USDA grants and $200,000 in investor capital. Our net profit growth from $19,000 from year 1 to $273,000, with marginal expanding from 28% to 61%. And we are Regrow. Thank you for watching.
Fantastic. I love this. I love this. I'm just curious how this first blossomed for you all.
Thank you for the question. We were doing research and we wanted to make something sustainable and help the environment. I know it's not a requirement for this one, but we just wanted to make something special that will help not the only businesses but also the environment.
Excellent. And is it, are you able to color it or tint it specifically for a company? Let's say Tiffany comes to you and they need that blue. Are you able to accommodate that?
Yes, definitely. We offer individual to satisfy individual preferences of our customers. So we definitely will be able to not only make the color different, but the shape as well.
Excellent, thank you. You mentioned that you grow the material, so where would you grow that?
Great question. So growth happens in pretty much anywhere. We're a very flexible company, so essentially we are going to have to order pots, and it could be like a big trash bin, or it could be a pot, and then we just light up a fire to boil and keep the process on. But our company uses 3D bioprinting, so other companies use bioprinters as well, and printers as well, but 3D bioprinting doesn't use plastic at all. So when we do the entire process overall, it could be done anywhere, essentially. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then it seems like you could offer, a variety of number of packages, but what's that process look like to order in bulk? If somebody said, hey, I want, 100 packages.
Yeah, so unlike other companies, we target small companies that can reach our type of product. So there is an increasing use of styrofoam in literally every other package you see out there. But our company takes orders, minimum orders from small businesses, let's say around Allegany County, and that would obviously increase as we scale. But for now, we do, let's say 5 orders, you send us a picture and we create that for you. And I think using 3D bioprinters helps us utilize that as well.
And then the last question I have for you, so would this be something you put inside of cardboard to then mail, or is this the actual exterior component of the package as well?
Yes, we need to ship in boxes to put this, but unlike cardboard, it's not insulating because cardboard honestly is cheaper, but it's not biodegradable. It takes years in a landfill to biodegrade, as well as plastic. Plastic takes much longer, but cardboard is in the same, like just thrown in a landfill, it takes years. Ours just takes only like up to a month, and it's water resistant, fire resistance. Cardboard is not, and it's insulating, and it's much harder and protective than cardboard and plastic.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hi there. Appreciate the amount of research you've done relative to your margins. I also love that you're exploring potential paths and venture capital. I think that would be, sustainability funds would find that very interesting. You mentioned the prototyping window of around 7 days, and that I believe you mentioned was a cap. How are you setting expectations for customers, knowing that in some cases prototyping can go for months? Are you setting parameters so they understand by X time we're delivering X product regardless of, kind of where we are, or how are you level setting with them?
Thank you for the question. So prototyping comes first in software, 3D software, so they will know like the dimensions, everything will be like in 3D. So they will know how it will look like first, and then we're gonna make a sample of one, and it should be relatively like faster, especially if we do not expect make something big for first clients, and then as we grow, we will scale and make more, as more brands and investors will come to us, we'll have more funding for expand this process. So it shouldn't take that long because we have first like a software we use, so they know how, so they will know how it's gonna look like.
Got it. Thank you.
And I just wanted to add, so the $5,000 price will targeted to our fixed costs, such as like 3D bioprinters, and also our marketing strategy.
Thank you.
Great job. Okay, next we have the schedule beacon from Alfred University with Christopher Coyle and Robbie Hicks, with mentors Dr. Jason Morrison and Melissa Picator from Allegany County High School.
Hi everyone, today we're bringing you Schedule Beacon, an automated master scheduling tool that returns invaluable time to school faculty while also improving student outcomes. I'm Robbie Hicks, a senior business administration major at Alfred University and a former sales intern at Google.
Hi everybody, my name is Christopher Coyle. I'm a senior finance major at Alfred University with previous internship experience in the GovTech industry.
Today we're going to start with our story. This fall at Alfred, Chris and I were partnered on a business project. We were tasked with finding an industry that had a problem with a not so great solution. We reflected back on our high school days where Chris and I realized we both had problems when it came to scheduling, whether it was us not getting classes we wanted or any other problems that arose. We decided to conduct some research, and over 2,000 emails later, we've connected with over 150 counselors, administrators, and superintendents across New York and the United States. We discovered that 72% of schools are still manually creating master schedules using spreadsheets and whiteboards, that the average counselor caseload is significantly higher than what's recommended by the American School Counselor Association, and that with these methods, 60% of students are facing course availability issues. This led us to believe that scheduling is the problem hidden in plain sight. We propose a two-phase solution model where we're first going to solve the scheduling crisis by reducing those conflicts by up to 40% and also reclaiming hundreds of staff hours per school per year. As a result of this, you're also going to see improved student success. We're going to expand access to APs, honors, and specialized programs while also creating measurable gains in equity, enrollment mix, and graduation pathways.
So let's meet Schedule Beacon. At our core is our master scheduling engine, which is able to take millions of unique combinations to find the most optimized schedule for your school district. We also offer conflict resolution and constraint optimization features, which are really important when it comes to tackling the different challenges that each school district faces. We want to be able to maximize the resources that your district has through our full-time equivalent optimization tool, and we want to be able to prioritize the scheduling of students who need our help the most, specifically those with different learning disabilities and backgrounds. But we want to be more than just a scheduling provider. We want to be able to help navigate the path to graduation with different features and tools like our AI-driven extended academic support. Our business model is fairly simple. We charge on a per student per year basis with contracts from 3 to 5 years. We also have an initial installation fee, and as I mentioned, are looking at an AI counselor chatbot as something down the line. Some of our key metrics are forecasted over here on the right, one of which is our lifetime value to CAC ratio of 5.3, meaning that for every dollar we spend in customer acquisition costs, we see a lifetime value of $5.30. Our market is the student information system world, and we fall under that. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry growing at an over 20% compounded annual growth rate, and we have about a $500 million segment of that, and that's the standalone scheduling world. We see a serviceable obtainable market of that at $11 billion, and we can obtain that in the next 5 to 7 years.
As for our competition, we believe current solutions are missing the mark. On your left, you're going to see our standalone master schedulers. These only provide administrative-facing features. They do not engage students and parents, which we believe is vital to improving student success. On your right, you're going to see your student information systems. These are jack of all trades, master of none. They provide rostering, grading, attendance, among a slew of other features, and treat scheduling as a bolt-on. Counselors and administrators are unable to effectively schedule using these platforms because they do not cater to the unique needs of every school district. As for what sets Schedule Beacon apart, we're going to target small and mid-sized school districts. Those standalone master schedulers that I just mentioned are targeting the nation's largest 10% of school districts. That leaves 90% of our nation's schools with no scheduling solution. We're also developing a proprietary scheduling algorithm that's fine-tuned to meet the unique needs of every single school district, and it's only going to get better with each district we onboard. We also have a full-time equivalent optimization feature that's going to save school districts thousands of dollars.
But don't just take it from us. When we surveyed over 115 counselors and administrators across the Northeast, we found 72% expressing a positive appetite for adopting master scheduling automation. We've also demoed at 5 districts, expanded into 3 different states, signed an LOI in Massachusetts, and are looking to get a couple more LOIs in the next few weeks. Our marketing and distribution strategy starts first with our direct sales approach, and that's what we've been doing through our beta testing, going on a school-by-school basis. But our goal eventually is to open up an additional distribution channel through BOCES regions. By becoming an approved vendor at a BOCES region, that opens the door to 20 to 30 districts to be able to purchase our product at a reduced cost, and it makes it a lot more easier for them as it's already been vetted by that BOCES region. We want to be starting in the Northeast, but our goal is eventually to expand beyond that. In terms of our ask, we're looking for $250,000, and that'll get us 12 months of operations with the goal of signing 5 contracts and a BOCES region partnership. Most of our expenses are tied up in R&D as we are building an enterprise-grade solution that needs to be fully safe and compliant. And we're projecting to become profitable in year 4 or 5. Our ask for this competition would be used 100% for outsourced development, and we thank you for your time for this presentation.
Thanks, guys. A couple questions. Can you further define when you say like small to mid-sized schools, for example? What is that to you?
So thank you for the question. And when we say small to mid-sized, we're talking in the student range of like 500 to 15,000 students. So like as we mentioned, those larger schools we're looking at like 15 to 30,000 kids. So we're trying to target just below that in that small to medium range.
Awesome. Thank you. One follow-up question. It seems like you've gotten great customer traction so far. You mentioned a 3 to 5 year contract. Have you found any, has that been found to be a barrier given the sort of tenuous nature lately and, you know, grant funding relative to education? And how do you see that playing out depending on the nature of things continuing?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Really important to understand. And so When it comes to those contracts, they're charged 3 to 5 years, but that's more so from a billing standpoint. Technically speaking, each school renews its budget on a yearly basis. So if they don't have their budget renewed, they can't actually purchase a product. So technically they are only billed on a year-by-year basis, but we would be quoting them on a 3 to 5 year allotment, and so that would be in terms of a pricing standpoint how we would do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Really great presentation. It seems like a pretty cool piece of software. And so my question, can you talk a little bit about the lifetime value that you referenced in the presentation?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Absolutely. So the lifetime value, we took the average revenue per account at about $11,600, and then multiplied that across 3 years as the base case for the contract, and then also included our initial installation fee, which would be in the ballpark of $1 to $2 per that first year only quoted per student.
Gotcha. And then obviously outsourcing development of the product. What does that look like once the product is created? How complicated is it for the schools to utilize?
So, you want to teach on that? Okay. So our number one objective is to make it as easily user-friendly as possible, understanding that counselors and administrators are not technology people. And so going through the outsourcing of said development, that's to make the software and the back-end coding process. We've actually got a series of meetings with software houses throughout the United States this upcoming week to kind of work out the quoting for that. Ideally, if we can secure some funding today, that would help offset some of that cost. But the goal is to make it as user-friendly as possible because you have to understand your customer base.
Great, thank you.
I love this idea, and I'm piggybacking on that question. I'm thinking about how to train the trainers, basically. What does that look like for administrators who are already overwhelmed and doing a million things?
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for the question first off. And we would come in and provide, during the summer months when they're spending weeks on their current scheduling processes, we would take that time and conduct our training to make sure they're up to speed in exactly how the platform works. Our goal is to make it as intuitive as possible so that when we leave, they're good to go and can figure it out themselves. But ideally, our training time is going to be a fraction of the time that they're currently spending on scheduling. So even with our training in that first year, we're still saving them a lot of time.
Great answer, thank you.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Great job. Next, we have the Healing Verse blog from Alfred State College. This is our last Alfred State College team. We have Diamond and Ila Denise with academic mentors Jared Childs and industry mentor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, peace seekers. Welcome to the Peace Forecast. This just in, a storm is rapidly moving in, bringing a wave of chaos and depression into your life. Officials are urging everyone to find that sunlight in the storm by staying inside, staying safe, and protecting your peace with the Healing Verse playlist. Thank you for tuning into the Healing Verse news.
Everyone finds healing in different things. Whether it's journaling, reading, hanging with friends, or doing something you love, there is always that bit of sunlight in the storm. Healing isn't always linear. And some days, the storm is worse than others. And that's why the Healing Verse was created. This blog is a collection of thoughts, experiences, and gentle reminders that healing is not always a straight path, but a journey we all deserve to take. Here, you are allowed to feel everything, you are allowed to pause, to process, and to grow at your own pace. Whether you're here to feel understood, inspired, or simply to breathe for a moment, this space is for you. Let this be a place where you can reconnect with yourself, even on the days when things feel uncertain. The Healing Verse is building a community that shows you that healing takes time and encourages growth while also being your outlet to find your sunlight in the storm. You are not alone in your healing, and you never have to go through it in silence.
We're just taking a moment to read through some of your work here.
So I think, overarchingly, it seems like it's a really cool product. This is about helping everybody, not just myself. And it's a passion of mine because going through my own stuff, I learned, you have to take time. And also remember, I'm not always perfect. We all have flaws. But how can we help turn that into something that's not damaging? So I want to continue writing. I want to continue investing in the brand. Seminars. I want to also start a podcast with it because some people also would like to listen. So, the Human Rights Podcast, which I do have a logo for that too. I came prepared. So, I just want to just start that and then see how it goes. And I even have an episode about Nene Leaks. I said what I said from Real Housewives of Atlanta because some people, I think we need to learn how to stand on what we said. And I think that would be something interesting for viewers and also related to religious stuff. Thank you. That's great.
Before we begin our presentation, judges, would it be okay if we could display our website at the end of the presentation? Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We're coming back on here shortly. Thank you so much for your patience with our tech issues. We have 2 more teams left. We have next coming up shortly will be Uni Connect with Alfred University. We have Vinci and Miriam with mentors Dr. Jason Morrison and Jack McGowan from Insight Consulting. They're coming up shortly.
What's your website? UniConnect.space.
Space.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, Uni Connect.
Hi everyone, my name is Miriam Sudan. I'm finance and political science majors and I'm class of 2029.
And I'm Vince Aramis. I'm a finance major and a psychology minor, and I'm class of 2028.
The problem is that students lack easy, reliable ways to handle transportation and buying, selling. There is no platform that combines all these services. Students are forced to rely on scattered or unreliable sources.
Our target market are university students who are enrolled full-time, who are looking for rides and want to buy used items safely. Uni Connect offers both.
We surveyed over 100 students at Alfred University and we found out that 58.2% would use a ride-sharing app, 79.6% would use a marketplace, and 75.2% would use an app that centralizes on-campus ride-sharing and marketplace.
So students currently rely on things like social media pages and group chats, word of mouth, or even external apps. But these methods are inefficient because they lack centralization, have low security, and are even sometimes expensive. There are other platforms that try to meet similar campus needs like Swap, but they're only for Cornell, and Yellow that have no endorsements or no rural outreach.
So our solution is Uni Connect. Students get a single platform for campus needs, affordable transportation, and safe, verified network of users. Our key features include university-based verification, in-app payment technology, AI assistant, and a clear review and report system.
The benefit is that it saves you time, is affordable, you can make new campus connections, and you don't have to worry about finding a ride or have a sense of safety since everything will be verified.
So our advantages are that we're all-in-one college platform, we're built by students for students, we are the customer, we live the problem every day. We're low overhead and high scalability, our monthly costs are around $1,000, and we have sharper focus than competitors. Customers will hear about us primarily through university partnerships using official channels like emails and social media. Things like safety, exclusivity, and convenience spark interest in the consumer. Our creative and unique strategies include early access exclusivity for partner universities and gamify referrals and rewards. Our distribution is our website and waitlist. Students can sign up on the waitlist on our website, mobile app, students download the app and use it, and university partnership.
So our one-time costs will be around $800 for LLC formation and $2,000 for development and launch. Our monthly costs come around to about $1,555 for technology, marketing, minor and unexpected costs, and founder salary and administrative fees. So for our monthly revenue, we're expecting to make $2,250 through transaction fees, $600 through rideshare booking fees, $300 through promoted listings, $669 through university partnership deals, and $500 through local advertising. So for our revenue model, we expect to make $51,828 in our first year with an annual growth rate of 45%.
We contact a president's provost student experience, ITS, and registrar's office in our university, and they all support our idea. We also contacted the president of Alfred State, who also likes our idea, and we're getting in touch with Houghton's ITS.
So now we're going to briefly demo our Saxon Tank Winner website. So we're going to go all the way down here to our demo. We're going to post a listing. We're going to do other Dr. Morrison's cigar. We're going to price it at $135 and we're going to sell it out of Bartlett. Do we offer returns? No. So here we go. There's our listing. We're going to go now to our rideshare section, post a ride. We're going to go to Cuba. Again, we're picking up out of Bartlett. The day is today. Our time is right now. And our price per seat is going to be $15. Do we offer a return trip? Yes. So our return time frame is within 2 hours. So we're going to spend 2 hours at Dr. Morrison's house and come back. So now we're going to post a ride and boom. So now we're going to go into our messaging section. We're going to prohibit the exchange of personal information and require their first name to be posted as well as their face. As you can see, Jordan M is right here. And if Jordan M was being a creep here, we'd be able to report him and this report would be sent to public safety. And we also have a block feature. So here's our waitlist section with over 80 plus people.
So judges and listeners, we kindly ask you to join it using this QR code.
So for our $5,000 prize allocation, we ask that $2,000 goes towards app launch, $1,700 towards the first month of operations, $800 for LLC formation, and $500 for technological upgrades.
Connections that we need include local advertisers and TNC insurance experts. And to help us scale, if you know students at other colleges dealing with the same problems, send them our way. Every campus that we reach is the proof that this model works beyond Alfred and Houghton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that the presentation's all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
Excellent. Okay, so talk a little bit more about the verification process.
Okay, so currently we're in the talks with ITS at Alfred University. We have actually gone through the next step of development to getting student verification on our app. So what we've done is we've collected the data for our website here, the metadata, and what we're going to use is Azure ID. So through SAML's SSO, we have sent that to Alfred University's ITS. They're going to plug in their data and then send it back to us. And then similarly to Canvas, we're not going to store it, but we will have the usage of student verification through that integration of SAML and Azure ID.
Okay, thank you. Follow up, so with regard to just initial onboarding costs, that makes sense. Have you given thought to any costs around liability, insurance, etc.?
Yeah, so we actually included that in our cash flow, general liability. Well, the reason why in our ask, we are looking for connections with TNC Insurance is because I'm not from this state, she's from Ukraine. We're looking actively to figure out our insurance costs for the future when we eventually head into app launch within the next few months.
Thank you.
First of all, it was a great presentation. I think it's a pretty cool tool, and I see campuses having a huge need for this. The question that I have, so I get that you're sort of a connector, right? So people can post that they would give a ride and also post that they would take a ride. Is that how this platform works?
Yeah, so it's a third-party app. Again, we're the connectors through university campuses. So as the demo would see, there's two ends of the same coin where somebody would post a listing. They're going here regardless of what happens. Say, for example, in Hornell, they would be going to Walmart. I'm going at this time, and other students would see this posting, say maybe, oh, I need to go to Hornell as well. So they would join in at that ride priced at whatever.
Okay, that makes sense. And then last question. So when we saw the demo, it looked like it was just sort of a linear posting. Is there like a calendar? Can you post in advance? What does that look like?
Yeah, so our listing will be similar to Depop's, where it's just going to be pages where you can scroll down like for an app. On the website, it will be different where there are calendars and markings. We also want to add commuter routes as well, because after we won Saxon Tank, we had some feedback from professors where they say, oh, we take these commuter routes every day and we'd love to help students get rides to where they need to be, whether that be Rochester or any similar stops that they go to. So yeah, that's something that we would definitely post as a calendar to organize meetings. And again, through the in-app messaging as well, it helps with the convenience of that.
Got it. Thank you.
Great presentation. I really love the tools you're putting together. Is there anywhere that the drivers are being curated as far as their driving history, their vehicle history? Is there a rating system?
Yeah, so if you could please scroll down. We do have an in-app rating system where, again, similar like to Uber, you could rate a driver based on how they treated you and their driving skills well. We'll also require that they post their driver's license and driving history as well to make sure that they have a safe driving records, because again, our #1 priority is student safety and transparency across the board. So we want to know these things, and again, if anything were to go wrong, you have that report button and we will work with you to fill out these issues.
Excellent, thank you.
One more question for you. And so I'm fascinated by the rideshare component.
Thank you so much.
And so for payment, how does that
work?
Yeah, so we've actually already figured this out with Stripe. We created an account, we reached out to an assistant. So everything will be from the buyer's end. That actually won't eat out from our revenue model. It'll be a 2% cut from the buyer, as well as like a 30-cent charge as well. And if there were any sort of fraud, or if the student were to buy a defective item, they could get that refund directly through Stripe. So it really has nothing to do on our end, it's all through Stripe.
And with the driver, do they get a cut of that then, or?
No, so it would be the person who pays for the seat, again, would be the person who pays that Stripe fee. The buyer, we take cuts directly from the driver themselves. We take a $3 flat fee for each driver.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.
The last team we have, we're anchoring it out with the Final Hope University team with Ignite Discovery Center, with Katie, Corbin, and Elijah, with mentors Elisa Terrell, and then Jennifer Burns from the Monroe County Library.
In our community, there's a gap. Families are looking for fun, educational, and memorable experiences with their kids, but there aren't enough options. This impacts community connection and how creative kids can be. We're Katie, Eli, and Corbin, and we created Ignite Discovery Center to change that. This area has a lack of indoor activities for children. Families need year-round, affordable activities that are accessible in any weather. Outside of school, children need a space where they can express creativity, discover future career paths, and learn about the world in a fun way. The nearest indoor discovery center is 55 miles away, which creates transportation issues for many families and schools who would find Ignite very beneficial. Ignite is geared toward children ages 2 through 10, so our customers will be parents, schools, and businesses. Parents want their kids to be curious and be part of a creative learning environment with others. Schools want engaging educational experiences for their students that are safe and well planned. Businesses may want to partner with us by doing special events and products or sponsoring specific exhibits and merchandise deals. This data shows a strong customer base for Ignite. Allegany and the surrounding counties have many households, a large percentage of school-aged children, and 69 school districts, which indicates strong family presence and a plentiful population that is part of our target audience. The range of median income indicates the families have the financial ability to access our business. Families in the area don't have convenient access to indoor activities or can only provide at-home activities. Children and families can go to other discovery centers and museums, go to movie theaters, bowling alleys, or zoos, or do at-home science kits, options that are either not easily accessible or provide strictly entertainment with no education. We go above and beyond competition by offering a local, accessible experience that combines education and creativity.
Is to develop a local creative space for kids that creates not only an experience of creativity for the kids, but also forms a community. The customers get multiple different services based on what their needs are. Some other features that we also include are community garden, event spaces, science kits, and unique exhibits. A couple of benefits that would immediately come into effect. 1. Customers would have a place to take their kids and learn and grow locally. 2. The center can cultivate a closely knitted community. 3. The facility will provide the community by having an accessible center that is convenient to use. What makes us different from our competition? Well, most places provide either learning or entertainment, but we do both with our facility. We are different from our competition because of our location design, and we have an indoor and outdoor activities. We also host daycares and activities for schools if they need a place for field trips and other events. Finally, we are accessible and will have a constant input into the community. We use social media to build awareness and show families what makes Ignite different. It also helps us keep people updated on events and new activities. We also plan to partner with schools by offering field trips and educational events, giving students a more hands-on learning experience outside the classroom. To reach more people locally, we'll advertise in diners using placemats and flyers so we stay visible in families' everyday routines. Finally, we'll include Ignite in travel brochures to attract visitors coming into the area, and our website will make it easy to buy tickets, check events, and stay.
Customers visit the center to fully experience the activities and exhibits.
Tickets and memberships are available both online and in person, offering flexibility and ease of access. We also support group engagement through party and event spaces, which can be reserved and planned online or on-site. Finally, souvenirs and take-home activities are available for purchase in person, encouraging on-site interaction and additional revenue. Our total monthly operating cost is $54,500, which comes to about $654,000 annually. The largest expense is wages at $32,000 per month, reflecting our focus on staffing and customer experience. Other key costs include rent at $4,000, utilities at $8,000, and loan repayment at $5,000 per month. The remaining expenses, insurance, operations, marketing, and maintenance, are relatively low and kept under control. Our startup costs are focused on getting the space fully built and ready. We have a $250 LLC filing fee and approximately $300,000 allocated for building renovations. To reduce upfront costs, our exhibits will be sponsored by local businesses. For example, a grocery exhibit sponsored by Tops or a medical space sponsored by Jones Memorial Hospital. To fund the project, we are seeking a $600,000 loan over 10 years. Our pricing is simple and accessible. $10 per person for a day pass, with children under 2 admitted free. We also offer a $300 yearly membership that covers up to 2 adults and 4 children, encouraging repeated visits. In year 1, we project selling about 120 tickets per day, generating approximately $438,000 in ticket revenue. We also estimate 55 memberships, adding $16,500 along with an additional $28,000 from gift shop sales.
If we were to win, we'd use the money in addition to our loan to start Ignite and begin outreach to parents, families, schools, and other businesses to spread awareness and introduce excitement for a new community opportunity.
Thanks, guys. Can you, and I may have missed this, so I apologize, just discuss what currently exists in terms of similar solutions in the community?
Yeah, so there aren't really other discovery centers like us in this area. You'd have to travel to Rochester or Buffalo, which is pretty difficult for families with younger children. Currently in the area, there are museums, but they're typically like historical societies, which aren't really appealing to young children. But other than that, like sources of entertainment are not also providing educational opportunities for kids, so we're seeking to also provide an educational experience as well as the kids having fun.
Awesome. And then a follow-up question, what compelled you guys to go the for-profit route versus some of the models that you mentioned are nonprofit, and sort of how that helps contribute to the community overall?
Could you restate that again?
Yeah, so some of the organizations you mentioned are nonprofit by nature. Your model is for-profit. Can you just talk about like the broader implications just in terms of like community development, et cetera, that you're looking to achieve?
So we chose the more profitable model because we wanted to use the money that we got from our profits and put it into our institution, and so that we can build better and more fun experiences for the kids, or just better facilities to learn and help them. And that's why we wanted it to be more profitable.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I also add on to that? The one thing that's different from all the other centers are like our design is completely different. Like it's exclusive to only our space. So putting money into our space will help introduce more kids to our space, as well as keep it different and add new things every so often.
So I love the model. I'm a mom of a 6-year-old, so this would be amazing. You talked a little bit about it being sort of a regional, that's where you're going to draw your customers from, but where are you looking to be primarily located?
Yeah, so I was looking around at commercial buildings for rent, and a lot of the buildings that I found were in Wellsville around some other shopping areas. So it's a little bit more of a high traffic area, so people in the surrounding counties can access it more easily, like off the highways.
Great, thank you. This sounds like a lot of fun. I want to go play as well. So you're thinking 120 tickets per day. Is that seasonal?
Oh, okay. So that was kind of just like a yearly average. So we were planning on being open year-round, but obviously we'll have more customers in the summer or on the weekends, and less during the school year during the weekdays. So that was more of a yearly average per day.
And are you thinking 5 days a week, 7 days a week?
Yeah, I think we were thinking like open all days, open from like 10 to 5.
Thank you.
All right, great job. We made it. I'm so excited. Thank you for all the teams for all your hard work. The judges are going to head off now with some of my executive director, Ashley Madison, and they have a really hard decision to make. So we are opening up the Year's Choice Awards, so feel free to vote for your favorite team. This will be open for about 20 minutes until the judges come back.
Can we vote for ourselves?
Absolutely vote for yourself. I would assume you would. I think you only vote once unless you have multiple emails, you know what I mean? But you'll send us text to your friends and family that is open, and they can get the link. The link is also on the YouTube channel in the little description. We were going to show a couple other videos, but I don't want to test our luck. It seemed like every 3 videos it would crash on down, so we're just going to just chill and have some, stretch your legs. For those of you that don't have all your teammates with you, please grab the remaining swag bags that are up there by the restroom, so you can take them with them and give them to them. And then also there's some of those little pennants that we created in our makerspace in Elmira on our laser cutter, so please take those. There's multiple colors, just kind of a fun thing. And then finally, when the judges come back, we're going to announce the winners. So when we announce the winners, please come down to this location here, and we'll take your pictures. And the number one first prize winner will also have a big check, so that will be coming. And then after that, don't leave yet, because we're going to take some group pictures. And I think the weather's still good out there, so we're going to gather somewhere in that area, take some pictures, take a couple of drone shots, and then we'll be good. So thank you so much. So feel free to mingle and chat and whatnot. And then we'll call them back in when we see the judges come. Thank you.
Projects, or are they just? Well, some of them are already in action.
Yeah, some of them are more some are more learning experience for the students. But they seem so that's good. That's some way and it's all of these schools are in your area, so.
I was in business for so long, I had a business when I was 10 years old.
Non-profit business. Yes.
I do that too, but once in a while I get an in-profit, but not anymore.
That's good. But how are things going for you? What are you working on?
We're still working in friendship. And we just had, we started out with 3 years and 2 years ago. One fellow retired so he actually keeps it on fishing. And the Methodist Church came up. And so now we're back up in here. So we're really focused upon health issues. We're developing just community care. And so we are doing a health fair at the end of this month. First one so we're doing that. And then we have a deal going with
That's great.
Well, it's basically all about people. So obviously.
Do you have some nurses that you're looking at?
Basically, both kinds of I find always that people until they see something, they don't think about it. So once you see something, once you see what's going on, that people will want to. I do want to I'm trying to get
Everything great.
What we're doing is being a real experiential learning experience.
Yeah, I was thinking a little house.
So now do you know Greg Gittman? He's our sports recreation.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was on
What? I do.
But yeah, you could, yeah, he's an interesting person. Maybe able to a lot of different experiences.
So I run into a lot of students, they all, they're going into this and they're basically health related and everything. So, yeah.
But since we teach them,
I'm trying to get open to do a citizens preparedness for the National Guard. And I keep getting told it's too much work, and I'm saying, how can it be too much work? I said, National Guard come in, they don't bring tables. All we need space. And because, particularly with the floods, there's a sensitivity of it. They get a backpack, free backpack with emergency supplies. And so we actually had
it was happening at town. Oh, okay. That makes me feel better because I was like, even if it was this, it shouldn't, because this shouldn't be enough of a public service where we can make it. But it was happening at town.
You talk to Bill, student.
I didn't talk to him about that. I'm trying to find an outlet to talk to him.
Maybe now would be a good time to think about it. You know what I mean?
That's what they're doing.
I told listen, somebody needed to pitch a new power company for providing steady power to Home University campus.
Blood pressure machines, like blood pressure cuffs in all the churches. Oh, that's
yeah, that's
I was involved in Pennsylvania. And they used to have live people, but that's where you need nurses. And they actually have a certification for that too, for some nurses, for being a faith community. It comes out of parish nursing, out of Catholics. So,
those are great ideas.
And then we just had a couple of Alpha students who are doing architecture students who are doing a study plan, highest and best use for the Bishop House and the friendship. So it's going to be that by next month. See what that says. We're looking at we also looking at food sustainability. There's all sorts of little different things going on, but nobody even knows what they are, what they do. And so we're actually thinking about possibility. It doesn't have to be us. We only care about the product being available. So, in some of these cases, we end up doing it because nobody else is there at the time. But, we're part of the make sure it gets done. So, I'm thinking about setting up a new food pantry on a greater scale. Right now, the England and friendship is something which is basically nobody knows about it. So, looking at that, and looking during the summer, trying to find some students and so forth, what music and so forth, summer things. Some kids interested in these things. A lot of us are just walking around. Yeah. You can see that there's gaps all over the place. God keeps bringing them together. Really bringing them together.
That's good. That's good. But let me know if I can help.
Okay. You get any students working, particularly local ones, because there actually is a job program that people actually get paid. So if they have to go with the income standard.
Yeah, my background is so bad.
We had a student last year that actually, this is the high school student last year. Feel valued across the community. And so they were trained on so we work on a lot of stuff. Even in science, we have actually science teacher down at Bliss Academy who's offering to do some science religion class during the summer. And I have a whole batch of stuff from the Civil Air Patrol that I have, from NASA because really investigated instruction of little kids out there. Try to get some kids in the other guy that fell, by the way, he sent me with him. Yeah. I met with him, and then I didn't hear from him. Interestingly enough, last night, I got up with him at the art show. Yeah. And he said, "You look familiar." And he says, "Yeah." I says, "I'm Judah." And I says, Judah. I says, "We're doing music." I says, "Oh, yeah." I says, "What happened to you? You fell off the screen."
Oh, did he?
Yeah, didn't hear from him. He said, "Well, because I've been really busy." I said, "No, you need to let me know that you're really busy because I don't know where you are and didn't reply." No problem.
Okay. Okay. That's the nature of students. It's good students. Hey, Ben, that was... How are you? You're funny today. Yeah. Someone needed to pitch a new company for steady electricity to the campus. It was.
I was racking my brain like this shouldn't be enough power draw to do anything.
Yeah, all the problems. And they went off through.
I wonder, like I said, there were cases about that would make sense to me. Roll with what I got.
Like the first one that I didn't get, that you ended up sending me personal. I got the last one. I wonder if you tried to read the things. I think that one just said. Are you showing them your phone right now? Looking really weird as they were watching us do nothing.
You know my roommate fuel stuff?
Yeah, so kind of the feeling.
Yeah, you guys were doing what he wants to do, so it's in March.
You were. Told you about the last one.
Now let's see.
We can do
Get inside job.
that's what we're doing.
coming, or the announcement should be coming soon. We're waiting for the judges to come back, so a few more minutes. Okay, are we ready? So we're going to start off with the viewer's choice. So as I mentioned before, for each winner, come down to this area. We'll take a picture for you, and then you can maybe head out to the side. So we'll do a group shot of all the winners. So we'll start off with the viewer's choice. So the viewer's choice is awarded to Southern Tier TechWorks. Okay, so for the third prize, and by the way, the viewer's choice prize is $250 that will split. The third prize is $1,000 that gets split between the members, and that goes to Fostering Experiences, Alfred State College. All right. Second place is $2,500 that gets divided up, and that goes to Ignite Discovery Center, Houghton University. All right, so for the winning team, we have a big check here. It's $5,000 to be split up by the winning team, and that goes to Regrow Packaging from Alfred University.
Never